Allahu Akbar. 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 Ashahadah la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashahadah la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashahadah la ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. My mothers, I say to you, I've come again to interpret those very, very scared ayahs of the Holy Quran in order for you as mothers who carried me or any of your children as creations in your womb, that I do call the Ashahadah of which each and every child that you mothers has ever held in your womb or ever been created in your womb did take that Ashahadah as soon as they came out of your womb. They did so in order to be able to identify themselves as children. That a mother, when a child comes out of their mother's womb, they call what we call Ashahadah al-Takbir. When they say, Allah, 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 Allah. In that Ashahadah al-Takbir, human beings on this mother planet, as they say, a child is crying. No. A child never cries. They do take that Ashahadah because that's the only thing that Allah accompanies them. That's what Allah, when a woman gets her contractions, Allah prepares the child that as soon as you come out of your mother's womb, you call the azan or the Ashahadah takbir so that your mother can be able to identify you. On top of identifying you, she has something that I've been preparing for you. In her case, that is the milk that sits in the breast of every mother who is pregnant. Each time a mother, when they are on the marathon of the 2,000 kilometers per second in the 8 galaxies, each point that a child gets Akbar, As-Salam, Ahad, Akbar, As-Salam, wa rahmatullah, As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Allah Akbar, Ahad, Ashahadah la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ashahadah la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Ahad. Assalamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Akbar. Ashahadah la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Ahad. Akbar. Ahad. Akbar, Ahad, Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. In the breasts of a mother who has been pregnant and she has been naturally able to let out, to push a child out from her womb, and as soon as the child comes out, she bear the Ashahadah at-Takbir. In that interpretation, mothers are very overjoyed, and those people around the mother who has been able to produce a child naturally, they celebrate the beauty of such a very, very beautiful ayah of the interpretation of life. Life is a religion. Life is a religion, because that child, when the child says, Allah, 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 in what modern men and women say the child is crying, that's when she proclaimed the beauty of life, because she has had to come on a new journey, a journey that in the 9 months that she spent in her mother's womb, she did not know who her mother is. She did not know whether she's in the womb or where. She did not know where she is. The only thing she knew is that whenever the azan of the al-Qibla of Jannah, that's all she could always know. She could turn and listen and worship. In that, Allah gave her qadr. Qadr, a part of the greatest qadr, and the beauty of the qadr and the beauty of life is that Allah towards every point of the marathon of the mother that takes or carries the womb in the 8 galaxies, in the time rotation zones, you are given a point of Akbar, Ahad, As-Salam, Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Ahad, Akbar, Ahad, As-Salam, Ahad, 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 Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, As-Salam alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. In that, every point that a mother, when she's on a journey which is 200,000 kilometers per second in the 8 galaxies, the celestial obligation, the divine, holy, celestial obligation of every being that Allah created is Ahad, As-Salam, Akbar, As-Salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To those creations in the 8 galaxies, they have their way of their beautiful life, but the most holy, beautiful religion life in which Allah decrees, Allah's holy different decree is Akbar, As-Salam, Akbar, As-Salam, Akbar, Ahad, Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, to every mother that carries a creation in her womb. In that, the mother gets a point, and that point is stored in the breast as milk for the child. Because when a child comes out of the mother's womb, they cannot suckle, they cannot even lift, they cannot eat what we call solid food. They cannot eat what we call solid food. Their intestines are not able to process that solid food. With that, mothers, I do beg that you understand my interpretations in a way that you are honored by Allah. You are honored with a holy divine oath. An oath, a very holy, holy divine oath, of which the creation in the womb are able to get familiar with the celestial obligation, of which it is Ahad, As-Salam, Akbar, Ashahad, Allah, ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, of which when a child came out of your womb or every mother, they said, Allah, 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 Allah. Some, they do it at a faster pace, while others, they do it the way Allah has commanded. And because they have never, those children whom you carry for 9 months, They have never used their tongue while in your womb. They have a signature in the center at the back of your throat. That signature is a signature which is like when we point a finger to affirm that there is only one Allah. When we say Allahu Akbar, Ashahadah Allah ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. That signature is at the back of the tongue. It's a signature. If you use it very wisely, you will live a very comfortable life. If you abuse it, sometimes some people, they end up being unable to swallow anything, and they have to use tubes through the nose and through the whatever to go through into the throat and then into the stomach. That's very painful. And Allah is very generous to those who are generous and appreciative to the favors of life, of the favors of Allah. Men in modern times, they went out of their way to insult every integrity and the beauty, not only of themselves, but that of me, who is here as an angel all the time. They go to length to pay men to come and make me bleed or cry, so that they satisfy their, what we call, desires and lusts of what we call psychological and physical mutilation of those they deem unfit. Who is unfit than that who makes a mother who carried her for 9 months to bleed? Would you make your mother to cry or work until she bleeds? And in that Allah says, yes, human beings, men, you may weigh maybe 100 kilograms or whatever. But remember that at one given time, you couldn't even lift your lips to put them on your mother's breast to suckle for the Ashahadah, because you could not speak. The only way I could raise you in a way that you should not become a tyrant, arrogant, is that your mother could lift you and put her on her breast so that you suckle comfortably in a way that I did not offend any of your dignities. In that, do not offend my dignities or my priorities and duties to interpret the ayahs of life to you. Life is a religion, and that most holy, beautiful religion is Islam, in which your mother was able to protect every beauty of her celestial obligation, that you are born and you are able to walk up today. Because when you're born, you spend at least the first 13 years of your life, wherever your mother goes, you cut on her cloth, following her in the kitchen, in the bathroom. Whenever she does anything, even in the garden, you always hard on her cloth, as to say that yes, you are the only line of guidance to show me which way to go. And mothers, you be reminded that the only way, the only true way to guide your children from these gangs of criminals who have shed blood of their own kind, the human race. In that, some of these gangs of men and pimps and what have you have gone so far. As I said, a few days ago, they hired what you call an assassin who came and hit me on the head. And my blood came out of my skull. That is something that I do warn men and women. Until that blood is going to ask questions to every living human being on this planet. Why did you make the world bleed? Why? Is it because you deemed he's weak? He has never advocated for weapons of mass destruction, to use them against yourself. He says, do not manufacture them. He has never done anything to offend any of your mother's dignities. He protected you when you came out of your mother's womb. Maybe there was something that you shouldn't have looked at. That is the blood that follows you when you come out of your mother's womb. Indeed, it's a curse for a child to look at her mother's blood, whether he's an adult or a baby. If you did, the same way me who tells you do not spill the blood of others, indeed don't spill the blood of my own, the dress that I wear when I'm on this planet. If you do, many of you, you will destroy yourself in a way that you will not know which way, that something will hit you from every angle, even making your heart, what sits in your chest as a heart, to have wounds, your brain to have wounds and tumors with it. I do not intend to go into what you men have been calling what you call jihad. If I do, many of you will collapse, and you don't know what has made you collapse. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Ashahadah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar.